Good morning. Here's a quote for you. See if I can remember it. In life, it's important to know when to stop arguing with people and simply let them be wrong. I put that on my Facebook page banner for today, and it's gotten some interesting responses from people. One person commented that, they keep trying to learn this lesson over and over again. It's tough. Isn't it? Sometimes you just feel like you want to be so nice and so reasonable. But honestly and truly, and I hate to say it, but sometimes other people, they're not nice and they're not reasonable. And you cannot reason with somebody who's not reasonable. My gosh, I did that for years. And well, it took me a long time. But finally, better late than never, I learned that if somebody else will not be reasonable, is not reasonable, you cannot appeal to them with a reason. Sometimes I'm always saying, don't give up, keep trying. But sometimes there is a time to say, enough is enough. This is not going to work. And you need to know when that time is. Golly, and if you're perceiving this as negative, no, this is positive. Because we all need boundaries, okay? We need to know what is okay for us, what's okay like in a relationship, and what's not okay, right? I mean, like for those of you, for example, I'll use the example of kids, okay? Because a lot of people have kids or they interact with kids in their lives. You know that there are certain things that are okay and certain things that are not, right? Or even something as simple as looking for a parking space, and two people are closing in on the same parking space. And how does that get handled? You've got the sort of people who look at each other, look through their windshields at each other, and one of them goes, go ahead, or, it's okay, or they smile. You go ahead. And you've got the kind that just put their foot on the accelerator and they are going to make it into that space before you. Oh my gosh, and that can be so frustrating. I think probably that's a better example than children. Driving and how you handle things in traffic, like, oh, well, all right. I'm thinking about things that have happened to me, getting off topic though. But yeah, we need to know when enough is enough, when it's over, okay? Like, for example, when that person zooms into that parking space in front of you, even though, or, oh my gosh, even better, oh golly, yesterday I was downtown and I had to parallel park. I don't know when I last parallel parked. And I thought, oh dear, I hope I can do this, because it was on a busy street. So I would be holding up the lane of traffic in back of me during part of the time I was parallel parking. Have you ever had this happen to you? So, it kind of puts the pressure on you. You got to do it right the first time. There's no time to go in and out and adjust a little bit each time. So I was thinking about how sometimes, like, here's the parking space, so you pull in front of it a little bit so you can back in, right? And sometimes it's happened to me, very rarely. I've seen it happen to other people. And of course, we see this in movies all the time. You pull a little forward of the space because you're going to back in. And somebody zooms into that space. And you can't, it's gone. You know? What the heck? So how do you handle that kind of thing? You know? Can you just let it go and say, okay, you know, maybe they didn't realize I was backing in. Maybe they're in a hurry. They really, you know, they've been riding round and round looking for space. They saw this and they got it. You know, or maybe you're thinking, I like that Facebook emoji, you know, with a face, and it's got all the, you know, hashtag question mark $, all, you know, blankety blank cuss words. You know, which one is he? Sometimes you just need to say, all right, this didn't work out. Let me step out of the situation. Because what are you going to do? You're going to get out and say, you know, I was pulling into that space. Not these days. I wouldn't do something like that. Gee whiz. I'd be afraid to. Anyway, what's the point? You want to be right. Sometimes we keep on arguing with people, not because we would like to resolve something, but because we want to be right. I know, it's just interesting to think about, isn't it? And I think that sometimes it's easier to think about what is our basic motivation if we use situations like how we handle ourselves when we're driving and in traffic, you know, in those kind of situations, rather than right away thinking about some problematic situation with another person. Because, you know, that can be so emotional and have ongoing ramifications with the relationship. But if you think about something like traffic, where you don't know the people, you know, probably never see them again, hopefully, it can help you to figure out, did I want to be right? Did I want to show them that I was in the right? Or did I, you know, wish that we could have just like worked this out and come to a common understanding? And, you know, again, not everybody wants a common understanding. Not everybody cares who's right or wrong. Some people, I hate to say this, but there are some people who their way of looking at life is, what I say goes, my way is right. I don't even want to hear what you have to say. So, see, if you're trying to argue with these kind of people and win them over to, or at least have them understand what your position is, sometimes it's important in life to just stop arguing and let other people be wrong. Yeah. So there's a piece of practical advice. Here's another piece of practical advice. I like to hang my bananas up because, you know, if you just lay them down on the counter or something, they can sort of get bruised or, you know, turn dark on the part that's laying down. So I used to have a hook I hung them from. Couldn't find it, but I had a carabiner. So, you know, I threaded the carabiner through the bananas. There were more bananas than this when I did it a few days ago. And I attached it onto my cabinet here. It's a cabinet I don't open a whole lot, but even if I do, you know, it's fine. Got to be careful when the candle's going. I don't want fried bananas here. But anyway, so there's another practical piece of advice. Okay, on to the coffee. So I warmed up some milk here in the microwave. Just warmed it. I didn't make it hot. Because so often I end up just, momentarily forgetting, oh, it's a hot cup of coffee with hot milk, and I'll taste it and sizzle on the tongue. So, but I need, okay. Now I put a lot of milk in. I cannot have a 7.77 ounce cup because I know that will overflow. Oh wait, I think Costa Rica. This is a 5.7 ounce cup in such a pretty color. Looks a little iffy. We'll give it a try. Why not? You know what I'm gonna do though? I'm gonna do that because, the crema and it going into the milk, making a foam, may come up kind of high. So we'll see what happens. Oh, look, you see the rainbows? Because the sun is out and it's shining through the prisms that I've got hanging in my window. Okay, the only problem with having the coffee, have it like this is it's kind of popping little drips all over. That's okay. That's all right. It's sort of occupational hazard. I don't mind. Easily enough cleaned up. Ooh. Oh my goodness. I know, I say it a lot. The visual appeal of what you're going to drink really makes a difference. It increases the anticipation. And I think psychologically, you just sort of, all your little taste buds are going, oh yeah, I can't wait to get a hold of this. Well, at least I feel that way. Alrighty. Oh my goodness, look at all those layers in there. Here, I give it a little close-up shot. Oh yes. And do you know, in my mind, there's music going on to this, like it's a, movie theme or something. This is the beginning of the movie. All the swirling around. Fun. Okay, but more fun. Oh, there's so much character to this coffee. This is almond coconut milk and Costa Rica on a Nespresso Virtuo. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you're able to think about your motivations for things to help you in your relationships. I'm going to do that. But I'm going to sit and enjoy my coffee first and just kind of daydream a little bit. Hey, I'll talk to you later.